This is the Normal Nerds Podcast where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff. And whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Strecia.
And I'm your host who's ready to watch this blue suit get beat down, Davis Bates.
This episode, we're going over the first 3 episodes of Invincible Season
3.
So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. Alright, Devils.
Yo!
Invincible. We're recording this on a Thursday, but Invincible put out 3 episodes yesterday when this podcast comes out.
Yes, exactly, yes.
So, pretty quick for us.
I know, this is actually
we're usually not this quick on this.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of wild. Yeah, wow.
Pretty quick for us.
Good for us. Look at that.
We were very excited about Invincible to come back.
Yeah, well, it's a good superhero.
Invincible is currently the best, probably, like, superhero show going.
Yeah, I don't know any other superhero shows that are going.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah,
so I can't really say.
That
I would say Invincible is the best superhero thing in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. Penguin?
Yeah.
Better than Penguin? I'd agree with that, actually. It is better than Penguin. It actually has superheroes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was like any big comics or stuff like that happened, but I doubt it. I didn't really hear anything about it. But
not that I would know of.
But yeah,
media-wise, it's killing Marvel.
Media.
Yeah.
Marvel, DC, and
DC's has been a struggle bus.
Invincible was like fresh right when it started. Obviously, I've never read it. I probably will read it. It's only 144 chapters.
Oh, that's really good. Is it completed?
It is completed.
Oh, that's
completed in 2018, actually.
Wow, really? Oh, that's awesome. I'm really pumped for this. Then that means never have to wait for it.
Yeah,
no anime troubles.
Yeah, that's very true. So, Amazon put out the first 3 episodes of season 3. They are not doing a break this time.
Thank goodness.
Made sure to let everyone know that.
Yes, that was hilarious.
And we're gonna talk about these 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I really started just like off of what you were saying. It was just really funny as how watching him get beat down. Isn't it so funny that we just love those heroes?
I know the ones.
Batman, Daredevil, like they just like get the crap out of them. And you're like,
yeah, all the time.
And you're like, I feel for you
all the time. I also heard something on the internet once that whenever Mark wears his blue suit, he just gets like his beatdowns that he gets are bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's what I heard. That's where everyone's like, "Ooh, blue suit, ooh."
Oh no.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. That's.
I like it. I like the suit better.
I don't.
You don't?
No, I like classic yellow.
You know what it is? It's just a Nightwing, one of my favorite.
That's fair.
Superheroes
That's
of all
fair.
time.
Yeah.
And
it's
literally Nightwing's outfit almost.
Yeah, it just makes Mark look too angry. Like
it does make
it's the black glasses that like they put some menace into what he's doing.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
I like classic Invincible suit. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, it's good. I do like suit changes though.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's sick.
Suit changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it's really funny because we watch anime, obviously.
Yeah.
If you're watching the podcast, I pointed to a bunch of anime stuff.
All anime stuff.
But and so many Mary Sues. You love Mary Sues in anime. It's the best. Like the guy who is always going to win. And it's so funny in like comic books. I'm like looking for the opposite. Yeah. Like Batman's always going to win. He's so much better than everyone, smarter than everyone. Blah 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 blah.
But you want that like trial and tribulation in there so they can like grow.
So it's nice seeing Mark like I love the way this season started with him like just getting stronger.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really.
This
cool.
is the Viltrumite like. It wasn't the Viltrumite training regimen. It was Cecil's training regimen. But training regimen for a Viltrumite. And they get fucking... They get amped so fast.
So fast.
90 days. Could you imagine in 90 days, you're lifting 120% more than what you were lifting before?
That'd be awesome.
It'd be amazing. You know how much gear you would be on?
I'd be mad
close to that?
I'd be mad it didn't look that much bigger.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
pretty much look like the same.
It would be cool if Mark just jacked up a little.
It would be nice they jacked him up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That little like
Omni-Man size.
That like super chest press machine they got. That was so cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. That thing was sick.
And
I did love how it was just like, we found the heaviest thing that we could possibly find on this planet, and he lifted it. So now what?
You're like, we'll just get something else.
Donald is such a charm of a character.
Donald is a great character. Yeah. So is Rex. As he comes in, he's like, "You guys care so much about him." That's his name, right? Rex. Right?
Yeah. Explode.
Like, he's like, "You guys care so much about him. You guys want to fix the toilet. This is ridiculous." Blah blah. And right as he came in, I just was like, "Man, this character development on this character is through the roof."
Right. And what a turnaround too.
Yeah.
I hated Rex in season 1. I was just like, this guy sucks. He was just such a piece of shit all the time. So annoying. Yeah. And then I think what was it when he almost died? That's when they made his character better, pretty much. Or was it before that?
His character was getting better before that.
Because like I think it was the beatdowns helped a lot with him. Like every time Rex got beat down, he got a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, like when Monster Girl kicked his friggin' ass.
Yeah, he got progressive. Yeah, that's his character development.
But when he almost died, that's when they like really. That's when I was really like, I actually love having this character on. I don't think I realized before, but I love having this character on screen.
Oh, I've definitely liked him before that.
Like there's. I don't know. The difference between him being like, you know, an asshole and I'm laughing at him to the point where I'm like, oh, I love that he's here in this situation right now.
Yeah, where he became more of like a good to have in the spot.
He's like one of the sane people in the show right now.
Well, he didn't die when was that before, his death thing was after him and Invincible like went and fought together, wasn't it? In the factory?
No, because that was how the factory was him like getting the hang of his new arm.
Was it? Oh, okay, yeah.
I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah, because I guess the factory scene, that scene is definitely a huge, like, you're like, oh, he's, like,
I think
they're a team at this point.
That stupid split made me forget so much of the
I know, it was so stupid.
Yeah.
And,
it's funny, though, that whole lizard society, snake society, whatever they are. That whole scene with Rex almost dying and everyone dying, it was like, yeah, that doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
Everyone's alive.
Is everyone alive from it?
Let's see. There was Duplicate. She survived.
I know
the Shrinky Dink girl.
Wasn't there one more person, though?
I don't think there was. I think it was those three that went to go deal with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was thinking about that. I was like, this is what, they just, like, One Piece us on this?
Pretty much, yeah. Everyone lived.
Everyone lived?
Everyone lived. I thought for sure Shrinky Dink died. Like,
for sure.
I thought she was a goner.
For sure. And then, okay, yes. Because the one guy, the black ball guy, never remember his name.
Black Samson.
Black Samson, who's great. Who doesn't love Black Samson? He's awesome. Such a nice guy, really cool guy. When he was like, the family's back, I was like, was there another person or did everyone just live?
Everyone lived.
But that's just like, that kind of is how the show already works.
A little bit.
It's like really hard for anyone for like fully die.
Yeah,
that's not a main character.
Yeah, that's really true. That's why I was like shocked. Well, that's when I was shocked with the whole Snake Society death thing. I was like, whoa. I know these two were like technically side characters. They're side characters, but they were higher up, and like I thought they like Duplicate. I had a feeling she lived, but I really thought they killed the Shrink Girl. I thought she was dead.
I thought that too.
Yeah, craziness.
But, I do love when they go. Two guys are stealing Declaration of Independence. Whatever.
Two time travelers.
Yeah, but I just love how they go and they just. And Rex like beats up this guy and he's like, "Why aren't you doing anything?" He's like, "I don't want to hurt him. He's like a regular human." And then he's like goes and like punches him and does nothing. He's like, "Yeah, he's definitely regular."
Yeah, that
I was like,
good.
These idiots.
They're just like they're punching an Invincible.
And then Pal.
No, Paul. I think you're right.
Paul.
It's right. It's regular. It's like a sister. It's a regular name.
Yeah, because she's like Duplicate and he's like Multi-Paul.
Multi-Paul. Yeah.
Because like multiply.
Nice. Yeah. The same exact suit as his sister.
Yeah, they have the same exact power.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's a dope power.
Well, I wonder if the reason they wear that suit is because it gives a number.
Or maybe they were a duo back in the day.
Probably because they look like the Fantastic Duo, whatever from
oh crap, what are they called? The Wonder Twins.
Yeah, the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you think
that guy sucks.
Yeah, he's his sister went down a better path than him.
Yeah,
he's a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. It was one thing when it was just like, oh, okay. Still bad. You're trying to kill Rex because you can protect your sister or something like that. You're all superheroes. I really don't know how that matters. But they found out he's an assassin. Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Also, did anyone think Rex killed her?
No,
literally no one thought
that.
Yeah,
he was mad because he let her die.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys are superheroes. Like, well, not you, but like the rest of you are superheroes. Like, comes with the territory. Yeah. Like. You can't save them all. Rex killed the rest of them.
And then Immortal and Duplicate show up, being annoying as always.
Oh, they suck.
They suck.
Duplicate wasn't that bad. Immortal is so.
I mean, Duplicate was always a whore.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
The only thing
sucks.
Yeah, the only thing is, I wonder for Duplicate. I will give her the only credit I'll give Duplicate on this is like she's got like super from Ray Zero energy going on, like to feel yourself die over and over and over.
Yeah, it's intense. Yeah,
that's got to mess with your mind.
Yeah, it does have to mess with your mind.
You don't have to be a bitch.
I don't disagree with Shrinky Dink Girl. Is that like you did not go through the same thing that her and Rex went through?
That's true. Because I like her point. She's like, there's more of you.
Yeah,
there's one of me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Shrinky Dink was in the hospital for a while. Shrinky Dink went to a guy and tried to explode the guy, and the guy ate her.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then she was in the hospital for a long time. Rex got his arm bitten off.
Yeah.
And then
a bullet in the head.
Yeah, and a bullet in the head. Duplicate. You have bad memories.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry, I know it's traumatic. It is, but like, come on, this is real trauma.
And they're also just so annoying.
They're they're horrible.
They're
and it's like, it's not even totally. It wouldn't even totally be her fault. She's just next to Immortal. It amplifies her annoyingness because Immortal sucks.
Yeah, he sucks.
This guy, I understand why Omni-Man keeps killing him.
Because he's hilarious. It's so hilarious that he can't beat the Viltrumite people. Like even Mark's stronger than him, and he knows it.
And he's like,
let's get to the one thing because I really want to get like the main thing that happened in the 3 episodes is the fallout with Mark and Cecil.
That was nuts.
So it's just like I'm confused, and I think the show did a good job on this. So you root for your boy Mark.
Yes.
I feel like Mark's in the right. Kind of. Okay, I understand Cecil's point of implanting the chip. He did the Batman strategy.
Yes.
He was like, Batman Doom. When he's like, it's Doom, right?
Doomsday.
Yeah, Doomsday. No, it's just Doom. I think it's just called
Doom.
I think it's just called Doom. But when he's like,
contingency plans.
Contingency plans for all of you. I have to have them,
Yeah.
because you're all nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
So I get that, you got to have something. But I feel like Mark wasn't coming at him that aggressively.
No.
For him to set off this entire
all of this stuff. I think he's got PTSD from Omni-Man.
That's what it is, right?
I think this entire time he's been taking it out on Mark. Like he's been, yes, every turn he's been like, you're not your dad and all this stuff. But in the background he's like, oh fuck, he's his dad. Let's make sure we get ready to kill him if he needs to. No, Cecil's been doing this for a while. This has been coming for a while. And I think I do think Cecil overreacted hardcore.
Right.
I think he's scared of Omni-Man.
That's what I think.
So he's scared of all Viltrumites and can't get past the fact that Mark and Mark's brother are probably the only two things that save the planet from Viltrumites.
We'll get to that.
I get
later in the episode.
I get Cecil's point, but he took it too far. One, he took it too far, putting a bomb in Mark's head. Like
what was
that's
a bomb.
I mean,
I just think it's like I'm on Mark's side on this. Not because I don't. The chip thing in his head, that doesn't bother me. Because if he's like, I can understand being like, oh God, what if he did go nuts kind of thing. And they know there's timelines where that's happened. So it's like, and that's really the only thing that's really going to stop him. Successfully, clearly, that was the only thing that's going to stop him. I mean, you could have made maybe not a chip in his head, maybe a gun that just shoots the sound at him.
The sound like the monster did.
Yeah. Maybe that.
That's why. That's I think this was too extreme. I think because Cecil could have done that.
Yeah,
instead
true.
He
could have a satellite thing that shoots out.
Instead of surgically, he put something in Mark's head. I think that was way too much. Way too, especially for Mark, who has never given you that. Has not given you grounds to think that ever. That's what's getting me. It's like Mark's never gone off the rails doing something bad. He's rejected. He tried to stop Omni-Man. He was Cecil's lapdog for a while. He
killed the one guy.
He did kill that guy, but
felt really bad about it.
Felt really bad. Cecil would have ripped that guy's head off 6 ways a Sunday. That's what I don't get about this. Is that I understand. Okay, so
maybe Cecil probably wouldn't have, because now we learn that he doesn't like killing the heroes.
That's true, I guess. Yeah. My thing about Mark is that he's very idealistic with this. Is that they committed murder, they're bad, they should be in prison. He doesn't want to kill them, which is well, Mark, what's your long-term strategy here? Because then are they never getting out of prison if they commit one murder? Even we here in the real world have pending on what you do, it could be life sentence or 30 to 40 years sort of thing. I think it's imagine the superhero realm kind of thing where it's just once they catch the supervillain, they go to prison forever. Okay, that makes sense. That's what happens. They just go to prison. I can see that. Yeah, because I don't remember how many people. Oh, God, I can't remember. It's Midnight City where the guy is from. Yes. Black Knight, whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is. Darkwing. Anyways, I don't remember how many people he killed. At least 2. The problem is, I think he brutally murdered them. Yeah. That's he did some serial killer shit. Yeah. So it's just did he have them pinned against a wall with their arms above their head? Yeah. And they were long dead. And also Dr. whatever his name is. Seismic. Not Seismic. No, the guy who messed with Will's boyfriend. That's fucked up. That guy is a monster. Yeah. Saint Cloud or Saint something like that. Sinclair, yeah. Dr. Sinclair. It's no, that Cecil was wrong for doing that. Yeah, that was guy's a monster. This is dude, I understand I understand Cecil's point of you have to sacrifice your morals and all this stuff to save the world. And maybe the show will prove that right in the long run, because Mark did kill Angstrom and sacrificing his own morals. But you're just going so hard with it. Like, you're not, like, I understand not wanting waste, but you're taking in all the garbage and not putting anything away. Like, St. Cloud, and like the thing about St. Cloud is St. Cloud is from Venture Bros. St. Clair didn't reform. Last time we saw him, he was still a piece of shit. He just wanted to make the robots.
He's just making them with what is he?
Donated bodies.
Donated bodies from China, probably.
Oh yeah. So it's like, the problem also too is you live in the superhero world. Granted, this is a darker, grittier one, but like, people, it isn't impossible to strive for perfect ideals in this kind of world.
No,
like Mark has the power to do it. He just hasn't. So I don't know. See, I think Cecil. I really just feel like Cecil's in the wrong on this one.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely.
So hardcore.
No, so that's what I was like confused about. Was like, so, and it's props to the show for not like shoving in your face which side you should pick. But I'm like, they kept giving it like with Cecil's backstory of how like he was like Mark and it was like, I don't work with murderers, and then murder 2 people. Yeah,
Cecil is like Cecil's like Mark, but like, with zero morals.
Yeah, but he's like, I don't work with murderers. And he's like, but then he like reformed and he's like, people can change and blah blah. I'm like, are we supposed to be like siding with Cecil on this?
Yeah.
I'm like, because I don't. I really don't, because one, I hate also that his thing had like a dead man switch. What the hell is that? So Mark was supposed to be in thank God for whatever his name is, the robot guy. I don't remember.
It's Robot.
It can't be just robots.
I'm pretty sure it's just Robot.
Just Robot.
Yeah, it's Rudy, but I'm pretty sure it's just
Rudy.
Robot.
Yeah, Rudy.
Yeah, but his superhero name is Robot.
Oh yeah, well he's not creative in any sense, Lord.
No, even though he made all those robots and everything, and
well, he's not. That's
and built himself a body.
That's mean he's creative.
Okay.
I mean creative as in like.
Name wise, he's not Rexplode.
Yeah. He's smart.
Sad backstory there too.
What?
Rexplode's backstory is his parents sold him to the government, and the government modified him
for like a steak sandwich. A steak dinner is what he said.
It's like, holy crap.
But yeah, no, I feel like Cecil is definitely in the wrong. His backstory was really cool.
His backstory was awesome. It was really fun. Like, Cecil is like, he's good for the country, but like, he's going about it the wrong way.
When the hippie girl, whatever, she was like, wow, I was like, clearly that girl's bad. When she changed her outfit, I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, this is good. This is pretty good. This is very nice.
Something about the show just got better.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. But also, I love the superhero world. This like, yeah, well, you burn off all your skin. Here's some fake skin.
I know.
And then those two that Cecil tossed on top of the bomb were just
somehow lived
fine. My ass, they were fine. Cecil was disintegrated there.
Yeah, I know. I have no idea. Who knows how that's how that show works. They have all these things.
It's pretty fun.
I mean, what's his name? Cecil's sidekick there.
Donald, who's barely human anymore.
Yeah, barely human, just constantly replaced over time.
Yeah.
That's obviously like one of the big storylines. I really, really, really liked how the Guardians, most of the Guardians, stood up for
Mark.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was awesome.
That was so fucking cool.
I was like, good for you guys.
Yeah, you deserve it. And like, even Robot's like little explanation there is like, Mark's the strongest hero on the planet. I might need his help one day.
Yeah, exactly.
Which should have been Cecil's friggin' like entire thing.
I think you're right, Cecil, and you can see in Cecil he was just scared of Mark.
Yeah, the entire time, and he was trying like the entire time.
And Mark has done so much for Cecil.
I know.
Like he's literally done so much for him.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah, Cecil is. He's such a great character.
He is an amazing character
because it's like
I still kind of like Cecil right now.
Well, prime example is like Oliver. Oliver seems like he needs Cecil.
Yeah.
Like, he seems like
the problem is I think Cecil is going to turn him into a monster.
Yeah.
If Cecil gets a hold of him right now, you know?
Yeah. But he wouldn't, I don't know, because he probably wouldn't want him to kill.
I don't know if that's true.
You don't think so? No one else kills.
Yeah, but I think Cecil wants all the Viltrumites dead, so.
Well, yeah. Well, that is, yeah, well, I mean, a dead Viltrumite, I mean.
They're barely human things, you know, whatever. They're technically not human.
I mean, pretty much 90% of them are just super. They're exactly what Hitler wanted.
Yeah, it's true.
They're like super Aryan space.
They are space Nazis. Yeah,
they
do just murder everything. I don't know. I still think it'll end well. I think Mark's brother would get turned into a weapon more than he would a hero.
Yeah, and I think his mom handled it really well. Obviously, she's doing a great job with Oliver. The one thing I will say though is. Cecil had an argument about like he's like killing whatever the guy's name is. But he says like, and Mark's like, I could never forgive them. They kill people, blah blah blah. I'm like, Cecil just could have been like, you forgave your dad a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
He could have said that once.
Yeah,
and he didn't. I was like, because he's like,
he did say that. Yeah.
Like slightly, and then it just like blew up.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, Omni-Man didn't just like kill some people. He killed a lot.
He almost murdered a city, like,
and you,
yeah. That's the thing about like Mark morally is in the right, but Mark is also shown. The problem is the morals Mark is building off of. He's acting like are his own, and he's violated those already. So that's where the argument's gonna get kind of dicey for him.
Yeah,
because like he killed Angstrom. If you hadn't killed Angstrom or forgiven your dad, you probably would have a better foot to stand on right now. But Cecil's got
even the killing Angstrom thing, like that, like
that was self-defense.
That was self-defense, and obviously, like like that guy wasn't gonna stop it or blah 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 blah. But the United Hero doesn't kill. But the forgiving Omni-Man is like, that's my whole, like, also this all comes down to this, is that I was like blown away because Cecil just immediately was just like, these are to protect me from you. I'm like, dude, Mark was just yelling at you.
Yeah,
like he wasn't getting fist up or anything.
Yeah,
he just
Mark pointed that out too. It's like I'm not coming at you right now.
He's like, because he's like,
or said something along
until he's like, I'm not threatening you.
Yeah,
and then he eventually did threaten him, but like he only threatened him because like there was a bunch of these robots. Which, by the way, what did you think they were gonna do?
Omni-Man ripped those robots to shreds. What did you think? It's so stupid. Like that's something like. That department's really good at adapting and moving forward and everything and all that stuff. But, like, sometimes they just keep using the same trick over and over again. It's like, if it didn't work on Omni-Man, good shot, it's not going to work on Mark right now.
Yep.
Like,
exactly.
So stupid.
And then, I back all of them for backing Mark and everything.
Forming team again.
Yeah. I can't wait to see their name.
I know,
Bulletproof Man. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Felt bad for Blank Samson, but, like, I can't remember the alien's name, Steve, I think it is, or something like that.
Something like that.
He's hilarious. When they ran into that one thing and they were like all had lines, he's like, and then I say something.
That was good. Yeah,
that was awesome.
That was really good.
But he's a great character. But fuck Immortal. He's Immortal is like a bootlicker. Yeah. He's the person that is like would be right now. It's like, but like keep all the government spending.
Yeah,
and it's exactly. Like why? No.
Why do you want? Why do you want?
Because my dad said so.
Yeah, that's pretty much that is what it is. Yeah. Like he's just like he's so. I think Immortal got his brain scrambled too hard. Like the last few times Omni-Man killed him because like you've seen it. We saw it last season, but it's just like you're not in the right on this one. It's like being part of the Guardians of the Globe is an honor. It's like maybe it was. When the Guardians were in their prime, you're working with B and C group right now. I know, and now you're on D group, pretty much. Like this is Guardians D. Like
that was when the four of them ran in to fight the twins. They all had something to say, and he was like, and I got to.
Yes.
But I agree with you, and I don't think like physically like his brains got bashed in that messed him up. I think Immortal always just saw himself because and it's even a good example if you look at episode 1 when Omni-Man shows up and Immortal immediately just doesn't like him.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is Immortal has been the strongest superhero ever on Earth forever. And then he got his ass kicked and then he was like came back and he's like, "Oh, fuck you." And then got his ass kicked again. And then I think it was in last season I think where Mark like embarrassed him.
It was when they fought the Martian alien things. He was like, "I'm stronger than you."
Yeah,
and like Immortal was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, and I think that's like, and I think that's why he's like sticking with Cecil. And it's not only is he
also has Omni-Man PTSD as well.
That's what I'm saying. Is because he's like in reality. I think also it makes him feel safe.
Yeah,
he thinks like Cecil can take out.
Cecil's right. Like and he can't bring himself aside with Mark truly ever. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, screw
I think he's scared of Mark.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's a terrified little boy right now. And honestly, I don't fully blame you for that. Like, you got cut in half by his dad twice, and it's like, I'd be hesitant too to talk to these people. But you were just a dick about everything. That's when Rex stood up to him. I was like, let's fucking go, Rex. Fuck this guy. He has boned you so many times.
I know. Yeah, I loved when the crew left. And I was just like, why does I mean, I really wish it was only duplicating Immortal stayed.
That'd be
like,
nice,
fuck you. You're the only ones I don't like.
Yeah. I feel so bad for Black Samson, though.
He's such a nice guy.
And he like, oh, the family's back together thing, and then the family immediately broke apart. I felt so bad
when
for
he's
him.
like, when Rudy was like, well, let's stick with Invincible because blah 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 is stronger, and then Black Sam was like, you're one cold fish, but I like you.
I was like, it's so nice. That's so good. And then they fought the Mauler twins, and Black Sam's got knocked out instantly.
Well, I mean, he's not that strong. I remember when he was like, he's the strongest hero, and James was like, hey, and it's like,
let's be real here.
But the Mauler twins, genius move on their part. They're like, all the superheroes have nervous systems.
Yeah, well, it just hit them there. Yeah. I was really hoping it wasn't going to work on the Martian because he has a different biology.
Oh, that would have been kind of cool.
But it did, so I was like, whatever. Yeah, it's whatever.
I don't feel bad for the Martian staying because his reasoning was the most sound out of everyone.
I'm gonna get deported if I switch teams. Like, I would be like that too. And then my own people are gonna wreck me because I pretty much unleashed like a deep horror on them. No, he's fine with that. I mean, that makes total sense.
This Oliver storyline, it has me so worried.
Yeah,
it's just not gonna end well.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. It feels like, first off, Omni Boy starts off so bad.
Yes.
I loved when Art, is that his name, the suit maker, was like, he told me the O's for Oliver.
I know, yeah.
It's like, why did you, oh my goodness. My thing I'm like, that's confusing me a little bit is like, he's never really met Omni-Man. So I'm like, he's so obsessed with him, but he doesn't really know him. And Mark's telling him that he's done bad things. I don't know. The kid's like idolization of his dad. Understandable, it's your dad. But like, you've never met him. And your brother is right here, who you're also idolizing. And I'm just like, but your brother's saying, don't kill. Don't do any of this stuff. And
but he's like, he idolizes his dad more.
I guess. Yeah, I still don't know what he has to go off with his dad other than his dad's
just an idol. It's his dad, to his, like, you got to think about, like, they probably didn't really tell him stuff when he was little.
Probably. Well,
so
once little.
Yeah, like 2 days.
Yeah.
But, like, it's like, and that he's like, he probably only saw him as like this great thing.
Yeah.
And then, Mark's like, he did bad things. And it's like, and then you're like, well, why did he do the bad things?
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
The one thing I find confusing is that he's like half Asian.
Yeah, that's really confusing.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense at all.
It was just Omni-Man and a bug.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
maybe the bug is Asian. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the Viltrumite genes work weird ways. I don't know. Well, technically, I mean, like, I know. This is not a correct answer but he did, or Omni-Man did say Viltrumite DNA is so strong that he's almost like 100% Viltrumite. So like, maybe all of his looks are from Viltrumite. Maybe it's like. Maybe Mark's not really Asian. He's just Viltrumite.
He's definitely Asian.
I think he's definitely Asian too. But like, you're looking for arguments.
Also, it may be that because he ages so fast, like, he just didn't have time to build morality.
Maybe, yeah. Like that's probably closer to a better answer. The mom handles it really well. Debbie handles it well.
That was a great.
Yeah, I like that Margaret was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm 19.
Yeah, she had that such a great line too, and she's like. She says, what she say? She's like, and who's the mom of Invincible? I was like, good night. She is a great character.
Yeah, she is. She is really, really awesome. I don't agree with her telling Mark's secret identity to her boyfriend, but
I don't agree with that in any sense of the word.
This early, I would like. I mean, like, you gotta date that guy for like 3 years before you probably do something like that.
I would wait on that.
Yeah, and make sure Mark's had, you gave you permission. On that one. It is his thing. Like, I know he's your kid, and you have no boundaries with your kid, but like, guess your identity. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was like, I did like when Mark and him when Oliver showed back up, and Mark's like, we were at a convention.
I know, that was really good.
Like,
that was really good. Really, Mark. Really.
Is it gonna work?
Yeah, you're wearing the whole suit. You're wearing
you two are
Invincible Boy.
Invincible Boy.
Fantastic.
That was sick. What a bunch of idiots though. It's just like, I showed you how, like, I love how in superhero universes, like, little changes to a comic, little changes to your costume just also change everything about you. They're like, it looks like Invincible, can't be. It's like, what?
Why?
Why
not?
It looks exactly like Invincible.
Same suit. He changed the glasses.
I know, the colors. That's it. That's literally it.
Oh, so his hair is still out. It's so fucking stupid.
It's still got the eye.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's so dumb. But that was.
But when
funny.
Oliver like killed the Mauler twins, I was like,
when he comes busted in there for the first time, I was like, ooh, that was a cool superhero entrance. That was awesome. He broke the gun and all that stuff. Fantastic. But then when he just when he busted through the first one, I was like, that's really bad. That's not good. But like, maybe he just lost control there for a second. Whatever. That happens. Viltrumite blood and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he executed the other one, I was like,
it was like, this is what happens to villains or that's what happens to bad guys. I was like,
yeah, that one I was like, ooh, you're a psychopath. Shit. And then Cecil tried to get involved. That was not a good idea.
Yeah.
If I was Cecil, I would have seen as far.
Did like Mark just immediately slam?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, as he should.
He's like, I told you not to talk to my family.
Yeah, as he should. In that situation, I understand that like Oliver is the problem. You gotta deal with the problem, but like Cecil needs to respect this boundary right now, or else he's gonna not die, maybe get really hurt though.
Yeah, he doesn't have to kill him.
Yeah,
Batman him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just Batman him. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
and Cecil
they'll fix it immediately. But and then the Oliver storyline that's gonna be a huge storyline going. The Cecil and Oliver storyline are probably the biggest ones going on right now, and I'm really worried about the Oliver one.
Yeah,
I will say one of my favorite parts of these 3 episodes was William there, his best friend, was like, "Don't tell Eve that her older self at a different time." He's like, "Just don't do it. That's just a dumb idea." And then what does Mark do? Immediately do that. And
Mark is just.
He might be one of the dumbest characters in the show.
That is like, I've learned from experience on this one now. That's a cardinal rule. You just don't tell them that. You don't tell them everything.
No.
Like, there are just some things where you're just like, I'm just going to play this off like I'm a cool guy. I don't need to tell you everything that your future self told me.
Yeah.
Because now I'm just asking you out because another woman told me to ask you about.
And he literally, the way he approached that situation, he's like, I would have felt bad. I was like, oh, no.
I get one of those things where it's like, I share everything in the relationship I possibly can and blah, blah, blah. But like, you don't have to share everything. You don't have to, you don't have to tell the full truth. You got to tell the truth. Not the full truth.
Omitting the truth is not lying.
No, it is not. It's not. It's not. It's protection.
Yeah.
From a fight that you'll lose.
Yeah. And I mean, he almost lost. He
almost lost it all,
then for Dr. Seismic to show up with his insane bug beetle thingamabobs that captured every American human.
I absolutely loved that every hero was like, you're not supposed to be this strong.
I know, that was awesome. That was awesome. Those bug things were crazy.
Those are nuts. The inside of that world of that Earth is nuts.
Yeah.
Like, they got so much going on.
Fuck that.
Yeah, no thank you. And it doesn't look like it's that far under the surface
What happened to him? Dr. Seismic?
Did they capture him? Who? Oh, what's his? Darkwing dragged him into the dark zone and then pulled him out.
Yeah.
And he was all messed up from it because when he goes in the dark zone, it's some like Cthulhu realm, I think. Always great to open up with Dr. Seismic though. He's been in every season and he's been fantastic so far. I loved how this season they were like, everyone's like, stuff's going on. Where's Seismic? Not Stone's prison. Okay. Yeah. Every time, where's Seismic?
Yeah.
All right, Stone's prison.
Everything's fine.
Because they did. Because after the last 2 times, like, where the hell is he?
Yeah. That was crazy. How strong he was. I felt bad for Eve and Invincible there.
Yeah. Well, also just like, how many? One day I really hope we get a nice fulfillment of this with like, how hard does Mark have to train over and over again and still be underpowered against everything he fights? And not for nothing, I'm pretty sure that Cthulhu monster he fought with his dad in season 1 was stronger than these stupid bugs. He should have ripped these bugs to shreds. He did it. And I was like, this is ridiculous. You can't gas him up for the first like 30 minutes of the episode. And
30 minutes?
40. Yeah.
Gas him up for like 4 minutes.
Close enough. And then like, no, I'd say first 15 minutes because his fight against Multi-Paul was him just ripping through Multi-Paul. And like
that's literally like I would say like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, fair. I exaggerate a little. Anyways,
it's like the entire episode. 30 minutes.
As in 30 minutes. It's a 40-minute episode counting credits.
The credits are super short in that show.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Stop after credit scenes though. It's just useless. Because they do the credits for like 2 seconds and then they go to. It's like, why are you doing this? Anyways, I agree with you. I was like, all right. When Eve and him showed up, I was like, this is how they like get together even better, like make up for the fight. Because like she's pretty strong too. Her powers are cool.
Yeah,
she's pretty much like omnipotent almost.
She's Dr. Adam.
Yeah,
Dr. Manhattan.
Yes, pretty much. Not as strong, but yes,
not strong. No.
But pretty much, and I like the whole thing about side note. The whole thing is she has to learn architecture. That's really
good.
Cool.
It's good. It's good. There's application of her power. Yeah, I like that.
But I was like, this is really cool, and they immediately just get their ass kicked. I was like, dang it!
Like guys,
you're always getting your butt kicked.
How are you supposed to be the strongest heroes on the planet if you're losing to Dr. Seismic right now? Like
you're losing to bugs.
Yeah, you are losing to bugs. Like the centipedes. Like Mark should have ripped those things in half.
I know. Like he tried punching them, just didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything.
I was like, immediately capture this thing. It's clearly one of the strongest things on Earth.
And like, what gets me is that like, yeah, exactly. And what gets me too is that like we saw in these 3 episodes too, once Cecil's backstory, Omni-Man literally just tearing through those sea monster things, and I'm just like, okay, we've seen him do stuff like this. Mark, you just do that, rip through it. You can do it. It's possible. You're a Viltrumite.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, he like punches one of like the golem, lava golem things. It doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
And then Rex just throws like exploding rocks at them and they just die.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
I was like,
they
pretty sure Mark's punch is harder than Rex's explosions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they tried to establish with the beginning of the episode when Rex was like struggling against his guy and Mark was like, these are paper people.
Rex didn't struggle against that guy. He took him out so fast.
Okay, well,
it just Mark
had to put effort into it.
Mark wasn't trying. Yeah.
No, yeah,
and then he kicked him once into a pole.
That was funny. That was funny.
Those guys are definitely coming back.
Oh, I can't wait. They're time travel dorks.
They're gonna come back and do something stupid.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be sick. What else?
But I love Eve and Mark together.
I think this is a way better couple than Amber.
Oh yeah, when he was on the college campus and all of a sudden Amber showed up, I literally audibly went, "Oh!"
Yep, so did I. So did I.
Get her
I was like,
out of
no, not you. I really hope so. I really hope this is like the only time they pop up in the show and she's gone.
Should
now.
be. Honestly.
I hope so. Like,
they kind of gave her like she's got a boyfriend now and all.
Yeah, she's moved on. She's done.
Yeah, that's kind of like.
I hope that boyfriend does everything she says and doesn't have a life of his own.
Yep.
Because that's what she kind of needs.
But I did the scene I really like is when Mark shows up late because he was the prison break thing. No, it was the rocket, and he's like, "Oh, our first date. I'm so sorry, blah blah." And he's like, "No. We both do this. This is part of the territory."
That's nice,
and I was
right?
like, oh,
that's so superheroes dating superheroes. Like, oh,
it's
they
way
just
better.
get it.
It's
they
way
just
better.
get it. They're not normies. They get it, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. They're such a good couple. I really hope it works out. I'm pretty sure. I really hope.
I think it does. I think it does. Doesn't it? I think that's spoiler.
Yeah.
Like maybe it does.
I think it does. I think there's hardships in it though. I don't know.
Of course, it's gonna be hardships, or it'd be kind of boring.
I really hope it works out though, because they're just like, finally. This is literally what I've been like since season 1. I've been like, finally.
They make more sense to as a couple.
They really do. Like, way more.
Like, even beyond the superhero aspect.
Yeah. Well, ever since the Dr. Seismic fight, you knew there was something there. Like, they just, like, they work better together.
He got her, though, and she was like, how do I know, blah, blah. He's like, this can't be 100% true either. This is him omitting truth. When he was like, when I was like, Cecil was doing the thing to me, blah, blah. He's like, all I could think about was you. I was like, what a lie. Yeah. And what a lie. What an absolute lie. Oh, yeah. You didn't think about your mom or your brother.
Or the fact that you just wanted to rip Cecil to shreds right there. Like,
that too.
Yeah. I would have, you know what I would have felt in that moment? White hot rage.
Yeah.
And the moment I got out of it, I would have done exactly what Mark did and shred those soldiers.
I love when he shreds the soldiers, though, and everyone's like, oh. I was like, what do you think would happen?
Yeah.
Is this what you guys were trying to do?
Yeah.
You just couldn't do it because you're all weak.
That's what gets me about, like, when it comes to the Viltrumites and superheroes, that, like, we watched the scene, like, superheroes were doing that in that scene, not moments before, to those soldiers. They were breaking them like they're paper.
But they weren't doing it good enough.
Yeah. When Mark just does it more efficiently, you're like, ooh.
It could be maybe just like they're just like, oh shit, he is so much stronger than us.
Well, yeah, yes. It could be a shock factor of that too. It's like, just like, accept it though. Yeah. Like, Omni-Man wrecked all of you. He's Omni-Man's kid. Just accept that. Accept that and move past it.
It is one of those things, though, where I'm always like, every time they're like, Invincible, he's the strongest. And I'm like, yeah, but like, he's not always helping. Sometimes it's just making the situation worse.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Because he's just getting his ass kicked. And then Omni-Man and Paul. What's the alien's name?
That might be Paul, yeah. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not looking it up.
It's not Paul. It's
Alan.
Alan, yes.
Yeah. Omni-Man and Alan. That was great. That was a good
fantastic.
Sequence. Yeah,
absolutely fantastic. I do, in fact, love it.
I do hate that. Like, we are the kings. The kings. If you've listened to this podcast, you might not be an anime watcher, so you might not be listening, but we are the kings of, like, like Reiner from Attack on Titan committed genocide. We're like, unforgivable.
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty much majority villains were like, unforgivable. I'm like, Omni-Man, what kind of, you're kind of cool. You gotta hate.
You're all right. You're all right.
We need you.
I think that's what it is. I think it's the sheer fact that we need him to stop Viltrumites from killing all humans.
Yeah, so
I think that's what it is.
I think he should die at the end.
Yeah, that'd be kind of good. Yeah. I don't see a full forgiveness for murdering that many people and saying it was like
aggressively. And that scene still where he holds Mark's head into the subway train, like, is just
the scene before that where he drops the building on Mark and then just lands on a person under rubble and crushes him a little bit more. It's like, insane.
Yeah, so he definitely like I think he needs to die at the end, classically. You know, good move. But I can't wait to see him and Alan break out of their prison.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
He's so strong. Alan's so strong.
Alan's really strong.
Because I'm assuming that laser works on Viltrumite people.
Probably.
Why else would they have it?
Even the Omni-Man there was like, just leave. You're strong enough. You're fine.
Oh yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here? And they just try and get him out of jail. It's crazy. This is gonna be a really good storyline. Even Nolan's like, oh, you're still alive? It's like, is that worry in your voice?
Yeah, I
love
like, that.
Man.
He just didn't respond.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, come on. No,
is
really.
it the weirdest thing when Viltrumites just start feeling feelings? They're like, I don't know what's going on here.
So you just mean the old man who runs the whatever guild that Alan's part of, and Nolan.
Yes.
They're the only ones who've ever felt any feelings.
Yes. Yes. Well, one guy, yeah, exactly, yeah, because whenever Mark feels feelings, he's fine.
He doesn't count.
He doesn't count. But the old guy felt feelings and was like, I'm going to rebel against my entire race.
That was crazy.
Which is nuts.
When he ripped his beard off.
I was like, whoa.
And I thought he was like about to try to kill Alan. I was like, no, these sons of bitches even infiltrated.
I didn't like, when he ripped his beard, I didn't know he was a Viltrumite. When he ripped his beard off, I thought he was just like, I thought that guy was just like, you're just a bitch for the Viltrumites. That's what you are. That's fine. Whatever. They'll find a way to root you out. When he ripped his beard off, I was like, okay, he's either a Viltrumite and he's just saying because they have a mustache he's a Viltrumite, or like, I don't really know. I was like a little confused about that. I was like, okay, he ripped all that hair off. Am I supposed to be impressed by that now in a superhero show?
I mean, it's like, what? No, that's just, I was like, oh, he's a Viltrumite. That's what happened. That's what I literally was like.
I was like, that could be it. It was like, he has a mustache and a strong jawline. Is that it?
I don't know if this is how true it is in the show. I'd have to scan the entire show, but I think this is how it works. You ever heard that thing? It's like, not everyone who has a mustache is a pedophile, but every pedophile has a mustache.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's like, not everyone who has a mustache in the show is a Viltrumite. No, not every Viltrumite has a mustache, but everybody who has a mustache in the show is a Viltrumite.
That might be true.
I don't know how true it is. I don't know.
I think everyone else is smooth lipped. I think, oh my goodness, are they?
I'd have to look into it. But if you really,
I don't think there's any other facial hair in the show.
No, Immortal has no mustache.
Yeah, exactly. He has a beard. He has a beard,
and with no mustache.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Just to show how weak he is, he can't even grow a mustache. That's why he hates Omni-Man the most.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's really it.
You're going here where I can't.
You bastard. That's hilarious. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like 3 episodes from now, like Oliver goes through puberty, comes out of his room with a mustache.
With a mustache on, that'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious. In the last bit of the episode that was really intense was the because the spy drone thing that he grabs at the end.
Yeah,
I thought that was Cecil for the entire time.
Me too.
And then it turns out it's not Cecil. It's some new space villain. Either it's a Viltrumite or it's...
Was it not, by chance, could it have been whatever that black guy was? I can't remember, the guy he killed.
Would have been Angstrom. It sounded like his voice, but
kind of, but not fully, right?
There's only one Angstrom anymore, though. I don't really... Yeah, exactly, yes. Because why would Angstrom be doing that?
True.
Because he could just go there and do all that
shit. A new villain. I think it's a new villain.
I think it's a new villain, too.
Yeah.
Because Angstrom's dead. Like, also, all of Angstrom are dead.
Yeah, and it's just not even like... It just wouldn't be that cool if he came back.
Yeah.
This fast. It could be cool if he came back, 2 seasons from now. Or something.
Maybe something like that. I actually kind of wanted him to stay dead.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if they were going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to do it. Yeah.
I prefer new
But immediately, it's like you're the villain again. Like, it's funny with Dr. Seismic. It's not funny with anyone else.
No.
You know?
No. Yeah, I thought it was Cecil the entire time, too.
It's either... Yeah, so it's either... Yeah, I thought it was Cecil. So when it exploded in his face, I was like, dang, Cecil. That was a little excessive. And then it wasn't Cecil. I was like, oh, all right. Well, that's different.
I do like how it exploded and Mark's just like...
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Didn't even hurt his clothing.
I know. I will say one thing I really do love that Invincible does is really good music montage things. Episode 3 might have been the worst one yet. With the gay couple robber ones.
That one was horrible.
Where the music got bad and sad when the hero showed up.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
I get that. They're just like... They're doing the thing that I don't want to see anymore. They're doing
morally gray.
Yeah, it's like, oh, why are they villains? Like, they could be going to crime for other reasons. It's like, I don't care. I don't care why they're doing this. They're robbing banks. Like, I get it. There's a person behind every face. There is, but their fallback plan, instead of going out looking for welfare or turning themselves in, is to commit crime. So they're wrong no matter what at this point. Like, that's what it is. Like, yes, they probably have a very sad home life. They struggle to meet ends meet, blah, 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 blah. But, and they can't get jobs because I imagine they can't, like, give their real identities or something like that. And
yeah, what was the reason they couldn't get the jobs?
I have no idea.
Because they got that first job super easy.
Yeah, it could be that they don't have, like, a diploma or anything like that. It could be that they're villains, so they don't have, like, social security numbers or anything like that. Or they can't give any because they'll get tracked down instantly. Could be a million different things. I'm banking on they can't give up their real identity because they've probably been caught before. So they know who their identity is. So if you use anything real identity, you're going to get found out immediately.
That's true.
So right there, it's like, the option before robbing a bank, turn yourself in. That's the option before that, and like that's all you can do. Like,
it's just like, yeah, it's that classic. Just like, so we use Invincible as an argument for this all the time when people are like, oh, you don't like stuff because of diversity and you're like misogynistic and racist, blah blah. Invincible has literally it's probably the most diverse show I fucking watched.
Yes, 100%.
By a mile.
Yes.
And it has his best friend's boyfriend, and I wish I could remember Will's boyfriend's name, because that storyline is still amazing.
I don't know.
I wish I could remember their name. But, and all that kind of stuff. And I don't care about any of it, because it's all written well, so who gives a fuck? Like, yeah, exactly. I don't care about who's gay and what people look like and whatever. I don't care. Like, I guess Amber was like race swapped, didn't care.
I don't care at all. So she's probably a bitch no matter what color.
Yeah. But like, I don't care because the story's great and fantastic. This was one of those times where I was like, you just inserted this on us.
Oh, 100%.
And it might be still in the comic book, whatever, but I was just like, this is the boring, you're not creative thing.
Yeah.
It's like, the villains really aren't the villains.
It's like, no, they're still robbing the bank.
They're sad and they have sad backstories.
Still robbing the bank. Oh, they won't hurt kids. Congratulations. That is not a high bar to clear.
Almost tried to kill Invincible.
Yes.
But like, they won't hurt kids.
No problem killing a guy in the prime of his life right there.
Yeah.
Like, not even the prime of his life. Hasn't even hit, like, his brain.
He's
Mark's
19.
brain has not stopped developing yet.
Yeah.
You're ready to kill him.
Yeah.
But the kid, yes, I understand. Oh, the kids, like, clap for him. They won't kill kids.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Good. The very groundwork for humanity moving forward. You achieved it.
Also, I love this. Like, this makes no economical sense at all. They get the job. First, I was like, you know what? They got the jobs. That's cool. They want to be good members of society, blah, blah, blah. And they, like, got all these groceries and everything's great, blah, blah. Then it was, like, rent increase because landlords are the worst people in the history of time, evidently. And they're, like, immediately like, what do? We can't afford anything, blah, blah. I'm like, why were you living so comfortable before? How much did your rent go up? $1,000?
Yeah.
It probably went up, like, $200.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's easy to swing and all that kind of stuff, but, like, maybe don't get the baguettes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe don't do that. Yeah, maybe try to find some sort of, I don't know. It's like, it was very maybe don't buy the orchid. Like, I don't like. It's very confusing. And also, like, the reason they got fired because they couldn't flip burgers fast enough. Was that what it was?
It was that the guy. No, it was that the one guy was getting yelled at because the order wasn't coming out fast enough. So he tried to use his power to heat it up, and it burned it. And when it burned it, the boss was like yelling at him. Who knows what he said? And then the other guy got in his face and started yelling at the boss, which immediately you'd be like, you're fired.
Yeah.
You're violent.
Yes. You can't be doing this.
You can't be doing this. Like, and then you just fire both of them because you're like, whatever. But it was one of those things like clearly, it was one of those things that made, it was like that where they're just like, then their rank goes up. And then their boss is a dick now.
Yeah.
Which before he wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's like, then everything goes bad. So they have to rob. And did you see, they only took a duffel bag of money. That was very clear.
I did see that.
There was all this other money. They didn't steal any of it. Just the money they needed.
Yep.
And I was like, it's so not creative. It's literally not creative to like write a bad guy like that. It's been done a billion times. And like, it's just so not good.
Over and over again. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I don't care. I felt no empathy or sorrow for those two. When Invincible showed up, I was like, good.
Well, honestly,
knock them out.
I would say this. One of the things I liked was when Bulletproof Man comes, knocks him out, and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, ugh. I was like, because the music changes to bad when the hero showed up. Like, it's like, ooh, look at bad stuff's happening. And I was like, oh, they're going to do this. And then they started becoming members of society. And I was like, oh, you know what? This is actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
You don't see this too much. Like, the villains did reform. And I was like, and it kind of fits the theme of what they're trying to do of like, with Cecil and Mark and all this kind of stuff, like people reform and all this kind of stuff. I was like, this is interesting. You don't see this too much. And then lo and behold, they're like, oh no, you're supposed to feel sympathies for these villains who have superpowers who, maybe you could try to be heroes.
Maybe. Yeah, could have given that a go.
Yeah, like,
that seems to pay okay.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Couldn't try to do that.
Oh, but no, we had to go right back to robbing the same bank.
It's also like, dude, you have a heat ability to melt stuff. There's definitely
jobs for you.
Look, you'd be like a welder.
Yeah, no problem. Very easy welder too. Yeah, like no problem. This guy, that one, you have some weird tongue bag thing you wear that like you can carry shit. You can work in a factory.
That's true.
Yeah, we're a warehouse. You're in a warehouse. Yeah. You can stack shit on shelves. You can do a bunch of stuff.
That tongue bag thing was really
that was fucking weird. It was like sentient at one point too.
Yes.
And for a second there, like it was a kid. Really weird. Really fucking weird. Then it was never sentient again after that. Really weird.
Well, I'll forget about those guys immediately.
100%. Yes. 100%.
It wasn't important to the story at all and everything like that.
No. And then it's like in contrast to the Mauler twins, who are just pure evil. It's like I clearly enjoy watching them more.
Yeah, that's true.
And now they might be gone forever. I hope not, though.
They're definitely not gone forever.
Yeah, I hope not.
No.
I hope they continue to see that. They just insta-clone.
100%. 100%.
That would suck.
No, they're definitely not gone forever. Because they died too, like, fast.
They did die too fast. They died brutally, though. So, like, honestly, after they brought back the duplicate and shrinky dink there, I was like, now anyone could live.
You just described something. You're like, well, they died brutally though. So yeah, welcome to Invincible, where everything's brutal.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's better been a not brutal moment.
Yeah, it's very true. I did crack me up with the MP guards were there, so they're going over their trauma of like the Snake Society broke through right here, Serpent Society broke through right here, and he's like, lightning strike twice.
Yeah, it breaks. And I love like the classic government facility can't repair anything.
That was great.
I was like, they're not wrong.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
But overall, first 2 episodes, fantastic.
Can't wait to see the rest of this season. I'm already pumped for it. Good stuff.
Yeah, and it's just like on the morally gray thing though. It's just like a lot of these people are morally gray already.
Sure, yeah.
But written well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. The mob boss guy.
Yeah.
They're trying to make him morally gray.
Yeah, but he's like Kingpin morally gray.
Yeah,
where
that's true.
He thinks he's doing really good things.
Yeah, that's really true.
But he's also awful.
Yeah, and he's breaking a mass murderer out of prison. Not mass murderer, assassin out of prison.
He definitely got out of prison too. That was definitely a distraction. Sending those two boobs.
Yeah, those two, but yeah, as fall guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the lava guy landed on the lightning guy, that was hilarious.
That was good.
Yeah.
It's like
good stuff though.
Yeah, great stuff.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.